Remember where am I? Remember the song, Happy Days theme song? It was like, Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Thursday, happy days. Friday, Sunday. I don't know. It was a bunch of days and everybody, it was always happy. Well, that was a week. They did a whole week and then they rock around the clock and stuff like that. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do a week of fishing, starting with Saturday and going through till Friday. Because that's what a week is. It's Sunday to Friday. And then that's it. So, let's go fishing for a week and see what we can catch. Come on. All right, our week starts with Saturday. We had our fishing seminar. If you're not familiar, the Rec Center sponsors a fishing class. We do an in-class session on a Friday night, and then Saturday we actually go out in the surf and we fish around a little bit. We did pretty good. We got some pompano, we got some whiting, a couple of black drum. Nothing big, but it was fun. But that was their time to fish, and Monday comes around and now it's my turn to fish. So I don't get a chance to fish till about 4 o'clock because I'm at work. And I just got out there and I just had some frozen shrimp and some fish bites, and I made my usual little fish cocktail. I wanted to catch some live bait in the surf, but there was nothing there. It's been so sporadic. Some days it's there, some days it's not. You know, it's starting to move off, so if it's there, I feel good. And also, it's there, it's kind of far out sometimes, too, and I have my waders on, but I'm not willing to go that far out. I don't want to get water inside the waders. So I was fishing with the shrimp, and I caught croaker. Yay, I got a double header. And a lot of times I say if you're catching croaker, you're probably casting out too far. But what I'm finding is in the fall, they actually start to come in kind of close. So anyway, I took one of them. I'm like, you know what? I got this big 5-aught hook on the other reel. I'm just going to put on a croaker and see if I can catch, maybe a blue will hit it, maybe a Spanish if I get really lucky. I don't really think fish like croaker. I don't think anything likes croaker. I don't like croaker. But I figured, let me just give it a try. And so I cast it out, and I didn't catch anything with it. I had it floating out there for about an hour, and I actually brought it back in. And I released it, and it swam away strong. So meantime, I just figured I'll just keep fishing on the other rod. I just had a double drop rig and the shrimp, and I got a huge hit. And something hit it and started pulling it and actually broke it. And I was so disappointed. So that ended my Monday right there. So Wednesday was my next chance. Now, Wednesday there was some bait. The surf was nice and calm, and I made myself my own rig. I'm like, I'm not going to have these cheap rigs breaking anymore, just in case that happens. So I did get some some finger mullet, and I got them out there. But it was super cold on Wednesday. I don't know if you remember, but the temperature had really dropped to, I think it was freezing in some areas that night. It might have been some frost, maybe a little further out. But I also had some crab. I've been trying to catch fish on the crab with the big hook. Been very unsuccessful for the most part with the crab, but I figured if there is a drum out there, crab is like a little drum candy for them, so they're going to go after that. And I pretty much sat there and I caught almost just about nothing for an hour, I guess maybe because it was cold, and then finally got a fish like right before the sun was setting, and I pulled in, and it was just a little blue, and he was on the finger mullet, but not a keeper or anything like that, so he's going back in the water. So finally, my next chance to get back out and fish was until Friday, and about the same thing, about 4 o'clock, I'm going to get out there. And this time, I didn't have any bait, but I met up with Paul, and he had some finger mullet, and he had some fresh shrimp. So there's a sun setting on Wednesday. Bye, sun. Bye, Wednesday. And then, so he had it. So I used some of them. He had gone down to the point and got them on the ICW side, and so it was nice of him to let me have some. And we were doing pretty good with those. I was catching bluefish pretty much left and right. Now again, none of them were big, all about a foot or so. I guess if you wanted to keep them, you could. I would, if I caught them a little bigger than that, I might smoke them, but I wasn't interested in keeping the blues that day because I had some fish already in the freezer and I wasn't going to eat it that night. If I don't eat a blue that night, or I'm not going to smoke it, I don't usually keep blues because I feel like they get mealy after a day or two. But if you eat them that night, I think they're great. Some people don't like them, but I think they're really good. So we got some blues, and then this was weird. I felt like the tug, and I was like, what's going on? Do I have something or not? And then finally I just started pulling it in, and I could feel it was real heavy and it was fighting. I'm like, obviously I got a fish on the line, and so you know what it's going to be. Beautiful little flounder. Had a season, and I guess that was it. He was eating that finger mullet and just trying to turn it around in his mouth, and that's what I was feeling that whole time. I'm really not a very good flounder catcher fisherman, but it seems that I do catch them whenever they're out of season and never when they are. So he went back in the ocean and swam away strong. And we caught some more blues, but the big fish of the day, Paul caught this one right here, and he started reeling it in. And so I got this shot of him, like majestic with the sun behind him, and he's reeling it in. And as he gets it into the shore, I'm like, what is that, a puppy drum? And I'm like, that's a pretty nice fish right there, a puppy drum. And he pulls it up, and it was a whiting. And it was about, I think, a pound. It was a pound and a half or pound and a quarter, something like that. It wasn't quite citation, but it was the biggest whiting I've seen this season and probably in a long time. So I know he was real happy with it, so congratulations to him. And that was our week in fishing right there. So, hey, get out there. Let's see if we can get some more fish in November.